the big event that everybody wants to go to. And I'm talking about the Oscars, everybody. And that leads me to our feature story of the night. Well, that was a lot with the Oscars, everybody. A lot with the Oscars. I'll break down some things fast, and we'll go through and we'll talk about it, of course. I guess the big winner of the night was Oppenheimer. Really did just took most of the awards home. 7 awards: Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor, Best Film Editing, Best Cinematography, and Best Score. So a lot of awards for Oppenheimer. I know Christopher Nolan was probably freaking loving it last night, having a great time. And he got a great speech. And I think a lot of people like Robert Downey Jr., like, he deserved it. Like, it was fun. They were making, like, I think Jimmy Kimmel did a lot, making fun of his past, like where he came from, and he'd be like, "Yes, 2 on the nose. Yes, I did a lot of drugs when I was younger." But it was still like a fun thing. I'm shocked about Barbie a little bit because I thought that Barbie would get something, even like, yeah, when it came down to best set design, even. But I know Poor Things had an amazing set design as well. So I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like you're battling those 2 movies, and it was just both are just fantastic, visually stunning. So I thought they'd give Barbie one or the other, either costume or set design. But again, Poor Things got both of those. So Poor Things got best costume, best production design, best makeup and hairstyling, best actress, of course, Emma Stone, and she was fantastic in that freaking movie. Like being a child in a full adult woman's body and the way she portrayed it and went through those motions, yeah, she was awesome. Lily Gladstone did a great job in Killers of the Flower Moon as well. But I think just like the progression, and Emma Stone really wanted it this year. I feel like everything she did for that role was amazing. But then Barbie got, Billie Eilish, Best Original Song. That happened. So that was the one award it did get. And Billie Eilish, being the youngest person, 22 years old, to win 2 Oscars is pretty freaking amazing too. And she did a great job. Killing it, Rachel. It's insane to me. But good for her. Her and Phineas are an awesome combination. The Zone of Interest got Best Sound. You had Best Animated Film, The Boy and the Heron. Best Supporting Actress, Divine Joy Randolph, and I hear she was freaking great in the Holdovers. I haven't seen that yet, but I hear she's fucking great. Also, Best International Feature Film, The Zone of Interest. Best Documentary, 20 Days in Maripol. Best Original Screenplay, Anatomy of a Fail. Best Adapted Screenplay. Again, this is one I thought maybe Barbie Whip and American Fiction got it. I haven't had a chance to watch that, but I hear that's also pretty freaking awesome. But I know it's a tough category. It really is. Best Animated Short was The War Is Over. Best Live Action, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. So a lot of big awards went down. And of course, Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla won for Best Visual Effects. Godzilla -1, which is another big one everybody's been raving about. And that was awesome. You take it back to what Godzilla was before. Not Godzilla, Kong with like a metal fist and fighting other Kongs. And, you just have Godzilla and humans and the effects that it actually causes on the human on the human dynamic. And they actually got down to the family and dealt with that more, which I think is what you need in a movie like this. Of course, it's a big giant lizard, but then again, it's about how it affects people. But the Oscars were fun. I think I had a good time with it. I love that they did where they had all the actors that come out, like to actually speak to each actor that was nominated for Best Actor, Best Actress, and they would say something about them. I thought that was very nice, very fitting, and, very emotional for a lot of these actors as well. And again, I'll say it again, John Cena, everybody. John Cena walking out naked with his little card, and he's like, I can't do it. That was fun. It's a fun bit, because they had a streaker back, like, was it 40 years or 30 years ago that was running across the stage. And then there was the Al Pacino thing at the end. And Al Pacino at the end coming out with the, just reading. He's like, and the winner for Best Picture is Oppenheimer. It's like, he just dives into it with no video package. About to kill my throat trying to do an Al Pacino. But he said later on that was, I know it's not Drunk Friday. I mean, if I was, I'd be drinking, but yeah, he said the producers wanted to do that. That's why he didn't name any other productions that were up for it too. He said,
there were like
we've seen enough
films that were nominated. That thing would have taken forever.
Yeah. Maybe they were just like, we shouldn't really do this, And
no one was surprised. No, absolutely no one was like, there was no anticipation. They just were like, hey, just take it.
Just take it. Oppenheimer, we know you've got it. Just call it what it is, Rachel, what was your favorite part? Would you have fun watching the Oscars? Did you enjoy the production? Are you happy with how it came out? And do you think that they did a good job this year?
I thought the I'm Just Ken performance was a lot of fun.
That's a big moment too.
So that was a real fun thing. It's nice when you get a fun song nominated. It's not just a bunch of bummers for Best Original Song, because usually it's the big dramatic numbers that get nominated. So it's always fun to have something a little different in there. I think personally, Zone of Interest very much deserved both awards that it received, with Best Sound and Best International Film. If you're not familiar with what that film is, it's takes place just outside of a concentration camp. The father is like runs the concentration camp during the Holocaust. And so where it especially thrived in Best Sound was they never showed anything inside the walls of the camp, but you can kind of hear little bits of it. So I think that's a really impactful way to do sound, and that they very much deserved that award.
Yeah.
So that's excellent. The best adaptation category was absolutely fucking insane. Adapted screenplay that was just fully stacked with everything that won awards this year. Like that category was probably one of the most competitive categories. And of course Oppenheimer won that one as well. Yeah, of course it did. And honestly, I still stand by that Barbie didn't deserve to be an adapted screenplay.
Yeah,
it deserved to be an original screenplay.
I thought that there was a big thing people were talking about that too. We were talking about that for weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised though. Like the American Fiction got that actually. It's American Fiction, which they kind of came out of nowhere. I think that kind of came over out of nowhere a little bit. You know, for me, I don't think people were thinking or expecting for that to win that award. You know, I assume they did. But good for them. And again,
that win an Oscar. That is 100% true.
Which was a big thing too. People were talking about. Usually, the trend has been for like Best Picture. It's been a lower budget, you know, kind of like not big budget like Oppenheimer is, like big box office smash. That hasn't won an Oscar for Best Picture in years. So it was a big accomplishment that actually happened. But again, I think that touched a lot of people, and the Barbenheimer movement also made that, you know, happen as well.
I think the box office would have been lower for Oppenheimer had the Barbie thing had not happened with it, but I do still think it would have swept as many awards.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and the acting in it was just, I mean, phenomenal. Again, like I said, freaking Robert Downey Jr., he's like just killing it, you know?
I liked the joke when Jimmy Kimmel was talking about how a lot of people are upset that Greta didn't get a nom for Best Director. And the crowd is like cheering. And he's like, what are you doing? You had to vote on it. You didn't vote her in for this. So
it's because of you that this happened. 100%. That was fun too. He's like, and they still laughed about it too afterwards. That was just kind of funny. But the Ken thing too, like honestly, I was like very surprised at the way that Ryan did it. I think it was great. He was having a good time. People seemed to love it a lot. I love this moment too, where he was just like, the song starts and he's like behind Margot Robbie, you know, with the hat, and he's just like kind of surprised. And Billie Eilish behind him was like fucking hilarious. You can see her face. She's
cracking up. They must have had so much fun making that movie. Billie Eilish is an absolute powerhouse. She is killing it. I cannot imagine being 22 and won an award from an EGOT.
Yeah. How is that impossible?
All she needs is a Tony. She could get that next year. If she wants to work on a Broadway show sometime in the next year or two, she could absolutely get that wrapped up before 25.
Easily. I think she can do it. I think if anybody's going to do it, it could be her.
Oh, absolutely. And to have won 2 Academy Awards by 22.
Wild. It blows my mind.
The most amount of Academy Awards anyone has ever won, I think, was like 4 or 5. It's not a very big number. So she could, I mean, she's so early in her career that she could absolutely blow that out of the water, especially if she wants to make a hard turn towards soundtracks.
Yeah. And she could. Look at the James Bond one. Look how well that did to her. That's the original song for James Bond. Now she's doing Barbie. You know, it's like there's big songs she's making. Her and Phineas are a great combination, and she's just a fucking talent. So,
absolutely,
Billy's a star. You're right, Ty. Fucking star.
She's.
I also.
You can't even hate on her. Like you can't.
No, you can't hate on her. I also love a lot of the presentations were fun with like Michael Keaton coming out, and they had the Beetlejuice music played for him too when he came out. That was kind of fun. And then, you know, and he's with and I was going to call her Moira. I'm going blank on her name now,
Catherine
O'Hara. Yeah, they're coming out together, and then, you know, also Arnold and Danny DeVito coming out, and then they're making fun of Michael Keaton, and Michael Keaton's there like giving him the dirt eye, like Batman's in the crowd. That was fun too, you know. They had some good things. Jake, how'd you feel about the Oscars, man? Did you enjoy them? Was there anything that stood out for you out of all the awards that made sense? Or there some snubs? You're like, how the hell did this not happen? Or how the hell did this movie not win an award?
I watched like the YouTube what happened last night version of the Oscars. But I did watch Oppenheimer today to see why it won. Because, you know, if it won all these awards, you're kind of curious as to why.
Curious.
So I watched it and I thought it was good. And as far as the Billie Eilish winning too, right place, right time. I don't like her music that much, but I'm old, so that could be why.
Shit, Doc Savage.
But yeah, right, no kidding.
Are you surprised about Cillian Murphy winning then, or do you think that he was deserving?
I think he's deserving. Because I mean he's done so much stuff, and for Robert Downey, I think this being his first makes sense because he was really good in Iron Man, but was Oscar worthy? It's that kind of thing. Like, so it's I think he did a great job in this one. And Cillian Murphy's just, and anytime you see him in something, for me, it's like, okay, I want to see what he's going to do with this character. So that's, that makes sense. That does not need to be there. So,
are you sure?
Yeah, real sure.
What do you think about John Cena there, huh? That's a lot, right?
It's there's kind of not a lot going on actually. But Al Pacino, he's won one Oscar, I think, overall.
Is that it?
I think one. He's been nominated a bunch, but I think he's only won.
Great ass.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. I thought he messed up. I think everybody thought he messed up,
Really?
Yeah, because he just kind of came out and read it. And normally they have the whole like video package. I remember I was like watching it with some friends and I was like, did he just skip the video package? I bet the editor's pissed.
Maybe. He's probably just I don't care.
45 minutes putting that video package together.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about the editors being freaking pissed. I'm like, they're gonna be freaking livid about this. Yeah, that's really him, Queen. That's John Cena. That's the full John Cena right there.
He's a wrestler. Of course, that's him.
Yeah. They made a joke about how he used to wrestle naked.
Like a silicone pants on him and blended it to make it less likely there could have been a dick slip.
Dick slip, yeah. No dick slip on the Academy Awards. We had a nip slip on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Committed to the bit,
Yeah.
That was Lopez and Justin Timberlake, wasn't it?
It was Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson. And she got too much shit for that. By the way, that should not have ruined her career.
She got a lot of shit.
He got
a lot of shit. So, Lexi, how you feeling about the Academy Awards?
I was really pleased with the amount of Japanese representation that got through this year. Hayao Miyazaki getting nominated for the Heron film. He worked 10 years on that. He came out of retirement. He was like, I'm going to hand draw this whole thing. Nobody deserves this more than him. However, can anybody tell me, because I didn't see, did he accept the award? Did he show up by chance to accept? Or did he not? Because he tends not to show up in America to accept awards. He doesn't like coming here.
Wasn't there like a whole group of people that actually accepted it?
Because he tends to have people accept it for him. He won't come. So actually, he doesn't come here. He doesn't like America. He has issues. He was born in like 1941, so he's not a big fan.
Okay.
And that film is about that stuff, so it was a very personal film for him to make. But 10 years, I'm like very proud of him. That's probably going to be his last film. He's in his like 90s at this point, but he's not going to stop working. And then Godzilla, and then of course they snubbed Godzilla's visual effects director in the middle of her speech and cut it off, so that was really cool. She was in the middle of showing those pictures, so that was fun. But
they're like get out, like you're done, which sucks. I hate when they do that shit.
But it was really nice to see that year that all the Korean representation got through, and now to see a year of Japanese representation. I'm really happy to see that. So I love seeing the Asian film representation in our country, especially with Godzilla and the Heron film. It's we have our history with both those films being specifically about World War II, about the bombings. Godzilla, the original film, is about the bombings.
So there was a little bit of a theme to this Oscars.
Yeah.
You have Oppenheimer, you
Oppenheimer.
have The Zone of Interest, and you have Godzilla. All different perspectives of
And the
World War
Heron
II.
film as well is also exactly
Heron.
about the bombing
Yeah.
so it's all correlates. So
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of interesting as well, that there was a lot of atomic history showing up in our Academy Awards this year.
It's pretty cool.
It makes sense with the state of the world as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
A lot of
remind
fear
people how
right
ugly
now
it
with
is.
that coming back to it. So
Yeah.
not to take it to a dark place, but the movies that we're talking about are all directly around that subject. So
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's not dark. It's the truth. So
Yeah.
Truth can be very dark.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
At least there was
and you
Ken.
know, life is very dark sometimes, and then there is Ken. Yeah, did you like the
There's Ken.
Kenergy?
The bright pink blob in
Right.
the pool of sadness.
all
I'm
that
extremely
pink.
mad about Barbie. I think Barbie not getting any degree, and you knew it was coming. Like that's why at least the People's Choice Awards was going to give her something, but bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely, this is like exactly what we knew was going to happen. We knew it was coming, and like people should be more angry about it. And
I
the
fully
audience
think
doing-
America Ferrera deserved Best Supporting Actress. Her monologue in the Barbie film is going to be long remembered.
the Barbie film is going to go down in history like as one of the great classics in film. Like no question. Like I know it seems like it to some people, but like you have to watch it, you have to understand it. Like it's not just because like we're women or we like it and all that kind of stuff. It was a brilliant film. It was an
It's an incredibly
film.
deep, emotional film with a candy pink coating.
Yeah, and it's
100%.
It's probably one of the most interesting and prolific films made in the last like 10 years for sure, no question.
Yeah.
Especially something that has done as well as it had and had the social impact as it has. I haven't seen a film have social impact like this since probably like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like genuinely, like the way that this one has. And I think that should be something to be remembered. We're all talking about going back to the movies and talking about cinema and talking about what's going to bring us back, what's going to do it, what's going to make us want to watch movies again. And then we watch this movie and it's like, well, there you go. That's what we were all looking for, wasn't it? That whole cinema experience that everybody's been clamoring for and looking for, Barbie did. Oppenheimer didn't. Oppenheimer was just there and got lucky because of Barbie. Barbie's impact directly affected Oppenheimer. And Oppenheimer won because of Christopher Nolan. And that's the only reason.
I love
And it's
Nolan.
like-
I know you don't.
Because he's always winning awards and all that stuff, and I really don't think his films deserve all the hype and praise that he gets. And I'm sure that Oppenheimer is a decent enough film, but like to sit and say that Barbie wasn't equally deserving, I'm sorry, I don't think that Oppenheimer is going to be a strong competitor to the Barbie film for something that was unique and creative and different that deserved a chance.
When you look
And
at the history of Best Picture winners for the Academy Awards, a lot of them end up kind of being forgotten or
Yeah.
That's
less
also very
talked
true.
about.
Well,
So it truly means it's great that you win the award. You can put that on your shelf. You can say, hey, I am an Academy Award winning director. But at the end of the day, are people going to remember your movie in 20 years?
Well, I think a lot of the movies too, they're usually, very hard to watch again. A lot of the movies that actually win. Look at like 12 Years a Slave, like great movie,
Right.
but hard to like watch that over and over again.
Absolutely.
Oppenheimer, a great movie too, but it's like a long movie about like a lot of historical stuff. And it's like, how much rewatchability is there for it? They don't usually go to the movies that you're going to watch over and over again. It just doesn't happen,
Yeah.
which is interesting because you think that Best Picture would be like that movie that you want to see 500 times that has
Right.
longevity, and it just doesn't happen most of the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know why that is. I mean, I guess
obsessed
because
with atomic history. I wrote like several reports in school on like atomic history. I went to Nevada specifically because I was excited about atomic history. I've been to the atomic testing sites. I've been to the atomic testing museum.
oh, cool.
I love this shit. I'm obsessed with it. Oppenheimer is right up my alley all day, every day. I still don't think it deserves like,
Everything it's gotten.
I like this kind of stuff. Like, is it really something that's so like, ooh, everybody's going to want this? This is what's going to draw people to the movie theater. This is what's going to draw like a very particular audience. And you know what I'm saying? Like, Barbie is going to draw everyone. Is it going to draw like older 45-year-old men? No, it's not going to draw older 45-year-old men. I'm so sorry.
It's not.
That's not demographic. But you know what? Those older 45-year-old men, they are going to take their daughters. They're going to take their wives.
Nope, not
They're gonna
me.
take their families. Well, that's if you were in a
then you
situation
suck.
though. You do
That's
suck.
fine.
Honestly, like in that situation though, like you know what, there are ones that are gonna have to go because like, and they'll go, you know what, I enjoyed this experience. That happens all the time. Like fathers get forced to watch movies with their daughters, and they come out of it and they went, that was a fun experience. That happens to fathers constantly. Like that's like so many fathers have an experience with their daughters where they watch a movie they would never have watched, and then go, you know what, that was me and my daughter's favorite film. That's happened. I know so many like dads like that. So many like kids.
And for
like
the
that.
kids,
It's a
that's
beautiful
such a
moment,
great
too.
memory. That's
It
such
is
a
a
great
beautiful
memory when
moment.
your parent takes
You
you to
connect your-
something that they maybe
Absolutely.
necessarily didn't want to.
I just like, I
But-
feel like I knew Barbie wasn't going to win Best Picture just because of like, again, it was like the biggest box office smash of the year. And I think a lot of times it just doesn't happen that way. It is always these gritty kind of like character pieces that delve into like some kind of historical thing or something that's almost made to win an Oscar, you know? Like it's something they make it to win Best Picture.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying Oppenheimer didn't deserve these awards. It's just,
a great
when
movie.
you look at these awards, it's not so much about cultural impact as it is a bunch of people who are like ass deep in the film industry voting on other things from other people in the film industry.
Right.
And there's campaigning, there's all sorts of things that go into this other than, is this a good movie, yes or no?
I gotta tell you though, the movie that I think is like one of the best ones too is Poor Things. Like honestly, Emma Stone again, like sure her performance and
love her.
and everything about this, like just the look of it, like everything is so beautiful, going from black and white to eventually bringing in these colors, and it's just evolving, and it's like you're changing as she's growing up. And I'm kind of shocked how much sex she has in this movie too, by the way. I'm like, damn, Emma Stone's not afraid to show her boobs today, is she? She was like getting in there. But you know what? It was tastefully done, and I think it made sense
that
of the
movie
story.
right now for research purposes.
Yeah, for research, get in there because she's, you just got to see. There's a lot of sex in that movie though, and Mark Ruffalo kills it too. He's great. Like he's like, I laugh. He's like, they have sex one time, and she's like, "Is that what making love is like?" He's like, "Only with me. I'm the best lover in the world. Don't sleep with anybody else. It'll be horrible."
You want to win Academy Awards? You make horny monster movies. Shape of Water, this shit.
Shape of Water.
Horny
That was
monster
that one.
movies, man. Like
Horny monster
movies all day,
movies.
man. That's the way to do it.
And that's what this is.
Man, fuck you some Frankensteins. You get you some fucking horny monster movies.
This felt like The Shape of Water a lot. It really did feel like The Shape of Water, like it could live in that world. And freaking, oh my God, Willem Dafoe in this movie too. He's like Frankenstein's monster, and then he makes her, and he's like, and they won for makeup and design too, because probably for his makeup alone, like it looked freaking creepy. It was great, and just the look of it was amazing. They all were great. Everyone in that movie was amazing too. But the thing is, like again, everybody's amazing in Oppenheimer, so it's like they're probably going back and forth. Again, like I said, Poor Things and Barbie were back and forth. I think for like production design, that's a big one for both of them because they were so visually stunning, both of them, the worlds they created. And that goes a long way. So that must have been hard, but I thought they would have given, I'll give you one. That's what I would do. But maybe they're just like, they weren't going to do it. So yeah,
she didn't get one thing. I don't think it's fair that she didn't get anything for any of it. Like
I think
that's the thing. Like that there's nothing for Barbie. Like you got to be fucking kidding.
They won Best Original Song.
They got Best Original Song.
Yeah, which is a great freaking song again.
What Was I Made For?
That's a great song. It's a really, oh man, it's a great song. But honestly, it's just how it goes though. The Academy Awards, like it is. And I love Nolan, so I'm not gonna say shit about Oppenheimer. I'm a Nolan boy too myself, but I did because I worked with him for so long. So I just I love his stature. He doesn't have a cell phone. I know. He doesn't have a cell phone. He writes all of his scripts on a computer that's not connected to the internet, and like
but he has a Peloton.
He's got a Peloton. That's true. He has a Peloton. He has a freaking Peloton, and he's fighting Peloton constantly back and forth. I don't know, but it was a fun night. I think again that Batman thing made me laugh so hard with DeVito and freaking Arnold. And those guys are getting old. I felt bad. I'm like, damn, they're getting old, But like you fought Batman, and they're going back and forth about how Batman stopped him and shit. It was fun. It was just fun. Michael Keaton's a fucking man. He really
is. It'd be great if he took him to Jersey Mike's to get a sub or something.
Like afterwards, like pictures of them eating like freaking Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's or some shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, the thing is In and Out. You win an Oscar, you go to In and Out.
Mm-hmm.
Get some smash.
That's apparently
burgers.
the thing. Get some smash burgers. I've been doing too many smash burgers. Jake showed me how to make a smash burger at home, and I've been making them constantly now. I mean, Too much red meat, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's good.
Yeah. Brian said decent career as an actor. Oh, thanks, Doc Savage. Savage talking about me. I've worked on a bunch of productions, but it's been fun. But yeah, I really freaking think that overall that they've. I mean, it was a fun show, and I do like the way they presented the big awards again with all the actors coming and having those speeches. It was just really fun. It was very fitting. It was a one-on-one personal kind of experience for each actor getting acknowledged as opposed to just like reading the awards and be like, okay, this person wins. It was really nice to acknowledge them that way. It's like the SAG Awards too, where people had more time to speak. I wish they could have given people more time to speak here too. Again, like Lexi was saying about how like people being rushed up the stage, like the Godzilla -1, like in the middle of your speech being cut off. Like that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, but they do it all the time. I mean, they started at 4 o'clock until like 7:30. You got a lot of time, guys. Maybe just make an extra half hour. Just make it till 8. Let's just do that. Don't play people off. You know, you're already there all day, whatever. But I think Jimmy Kimmel did a good job. He had some funny little stabs here and there. Everybody, you know. And I just think overall it was a nice night for the Academy, I would say. But yeah, Barbie could have won one more thing, I think, because again,
Brian,
pop culturally.
If you could have anybody host the Academy Awards, who would you have in this day and
Well,
age?
I was gonna say I can't have a person, Jimmy Stewart, but he's dead. That'd be freaking awesome.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. He could do it.
Oh, that'd be interesting. He's so
Can
funny.
you imagine?
I think it'd be great.
Barack?
You
Yeah.
just have like that cold, like nope, like deadpan kind of thing going on. It'd be awesome.
That'd be very interesting. Nick Cage, come on, let's give Nick Cage a chance.
That would be some
actually be
wild
really
energy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Can you imagine Nick Cage doing it?
Yeah.
I think he'd freaking kill it. I bet he'd be playing different characters and shit during the whole performance too. Like, give me but have Nick Cage play every character he has during the whole Academy Awards every time he comes out. Like, he's got so many characters.
That would be insane. He'd have to switch in the middle of the same bit.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Just runs across the stage in the middle of the speech. Not the bees. He's exhausted by the end of the night. He's like, I can't do this anymore. Oh,
I can't do
quacking.
it. Oh.
How about Rachel? Anybody you want to see like for next year? Because like, there's a whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel that people are saying he's probably gonna do it for all the time. He's already moving up higher and higher in the ranks. He's gonna give Billy Crystal a run for his money soon. But do you think that he should keep doing it? Or I think they should give somebody else a chance. Oh, he's so good.
Like, it's really hard to compete with Billy Crystal as one of the greatest hosts of all time. Genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
Has Jon Stewart ever done it?
Jon Stewart would be amazing. I think he did
so.
it one time. What did he host? He hosted something. What was it? It was way back in the day. He hosted something like one time, and it was really freaking
Like
good.
either Jon Stewart or John Oliver would be good.
I love John Oliver.
They'd be
Oliver
really
would be
funny.
really good. What about the one from the Tonight Show?
Jimmy Fallon?
No. The one that took over.
Oh, Stephen Colbert?
Yeah, Colbert. Colbert would be really good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Colbert could be good. But they always go with these late night talk show hosts. I think it'd be fun to have like a comedian.
Brian
I could do
for
it.
the Academy Awards host.
Brian's got this,
Yeah. I'm gonna get a little saucy during the whole show though. I'd probably be a little drunk by the end. I'd be like,
he's
guys,
gonna punch. He's gonna be there to punch someone. He's just
I'm gonna punch somebody. No, I'd be like, hey, it'd be fun. It'd be a fun experience. I gotta tell you that to do it. I think we get somebody
You got
funny.
the look.
punch Timothy Charlemagne.
I'd be like, dude. I'd probably like, can we stop? I would be my opening monologue would be like, guys, can we stop casting Timothy Chalamet and everything, please? I love you, man. You're great. But you're taking all the jobs from all those actors that fucking aren't booking anything. Come on,
he's
man.
on stage trying to fight Timothy Chalamet drunk. He's like, stop being everything.
Let's go.
Give someone else a chance.
You're the Messiah. Let's fight. I want to fight the Messiah.
You don't get to be in Dune 3. It's my turn.
You know, that's what Queen's saying. That could be a thing that can happen. They might. Honestly, I can see happening. Artificial intelligence bringing somebody back to host the Oscars. I can see it happening. I can see it happening.
Come back. Will Smith could be an excellent host. It's just a shame,
Yeah, he's banned for 10 years?
He's not allowed.
It's a shame.
It's like 10 years or something like that.
Chris Rock is a good host too, which I know that was all.
Chris Rock is great. Yeah. I like comedians hosting. I think it's fun if they have a good opening monologue and stuff, especially some of the greats. But I mean, I don't know. I like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, but I think that they should, maybe try somebody else next year. But I don't like the hosting.
I think you could do it like in like the younger demographic.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson would be excellent. Oh no, that would be amazing. I would love that. It would be so unhinged.
Mhm.
It would be so
He'd be like, I just
good.
smoked a blunt backstage, and now I'm ready to get on here and talk about the next award. Come out, like smoke will come rolling out behind him. You know, I can see it.
What's her name? The one that played Weird Barbie. She'd be an excellent host.
Oh, Kate McKinnon.
Yeah,
she'd be great.
Yeah, get Bill Murray out there.
No.
Yeah, he'd be good.
He'd be too curmudgeon-y. He'd be angry.
I think it'd be good.
He should have hosted it 30 years ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, Chevy Chase, right, guys? Chevy Chase.
No.
Everyone hates Chevy Chase. He's kind of an asshole these days
Seth
too. He really.
MacFarlane is good. He's excellent.
Jim Carrey.
Seth MacFarlane's
Maybe.
not
Jim
cool.
Carrey'd be great.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite lesbian aunt, Jim Carrey.
The nice thing about
MacFarlane, I think he's
MacFarlane is
hosted
that you
before.
get wonderful musical numbers out of him. So,
Yeah.
He hosted before. Didn't he have a big dance number and stuff?
Yeah,
He hosted
he
a few
did.
years
Probably
back.
did, yeah.
Yeah, he's
hosted.
awesome.
Was it the Emmys he hosted, or wasn't the Oscars?
Oh, maybe. I thought he did the Oscars before, but
Was
maybe
it the
I know he.
Oscars?
Was it the Oscars or the Tonys?
Oh, it could have been the
maybe it was
Tonys. That makes more. I mean, yeah.
He
That
hosted
makes
something
sense.
really great at like opening musical number, and he was great.
Yeah.
I mean, did he do it? He did. I'm trying to see if he did. How many? There people are saying whatever. But yeah, he would be great. There's a lot of people that could be really awesome. So I mean, we'll have to see if they do. I just think
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge.
Leslie,
Oh my god,
A bunch of beavis and butthead
That'd be
shit.
funny, yeah.
He'd be
Leslie
excellent.
Jones would be really funny.
Leslie Jones could be really funny.
Yeah, she's good.
I don't think the general public would love a black comedian lady.
Wanda Sykes is good though.
hosting
Wanda
it,
Sykes
but-
is
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes would be great.
Yeah, she's
Wanda
fucking
would be
funny.
amazing.
She's excellent.
Funny as shit.
And
Jay
so is
Leno ever
Queen
host?
Latifah. Queen Latifah is
Oh,
excellent as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Jay Leno
She's
did.
funny as
Jay
shit.
Leno sounds like something they would probably do.
It's Jay Leno.
I feel like Jay Leno might have
You
like
drive
in the
in a car.
90s. That just
Just
feels
pulls
right.
up in a car and won't stop talking. Yeah, look at
Hey, you want to
He's
see
never
my
hosted it.
cars?
yeah.
He's never hosted it. No.
Yeah, you see that car
I-
in Barbie? It's a 1956 Corvette. Yeah, we drove that up on stage here. Yeah.
If it was Friday, I'd be like, we got a drink. I think there's a lot of good opportunities people to host, but I think it was a fun show. Honestly, end of the day, of course, Oppenheimer walked away with a lot, but we'll see how it goes down next year. It was fun watching it. It's fun doing these shows after the Oscars. It's a lot of fun. So hope you all liked it. Thank you all for being here talking about it. It's great. And I hope that, there's a lot of good productions that come forward for this next year because we had those strikes. So hopefully there's a lot of good content still comes out. I worry about 2024 being not a lot of stuff coming out, but we'll have to wait and see. It's exciting. I love movies. I love the Oscars. I want to be there someday hosting or, I get one of those awards one day. That'd be fucking great.
You'll get there.
Do both.
One day it's going to happen. One day it's going to happen. It just takes time. It's going to take a little time.
You'll take us with you.
Yes, we'll all go. We'll all be there.
That would be the most unhinged.
Yeah. I'd
We'll all
like,
get drunk, and then we'll all go hit Timothy Charlemagne together.
oh, yeah, like, Timmy, get over here.
Oh, Timmy Chow,
Over here.
run!
Just like
I'll just run ahead of you like,
beating him up.
Tim, you gotta run!
You're not
Man,
built
save
for Willy
yourself.
Wonka, boy.
I want to watch Wonka. It's on Max right now. I hope it's good. I mean, I don't know, probably, I'm gonna check it out. But he is doing a lot. He just needs take a little break, guys. Share the wealth. Share the jobs. Somebody else needs to work too, man. Like, what are you doing? You just work all day, every day for 365 all year round? I don't know. Take a break. Take a breath. Go to the beach for a while and let somebody else have a job. Come on, man. But the Oscars came out. It was fun watching it. Hope you enjoyed it. And it was fun talking about it.